Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 212A, it's the Tier 9 Soviet SPG. It's located on the southeast spawn of Malinovka and it's under the command of TarheelRambler of TNATN. Game on. Well, it seems to me that the last replay we had with the 212A was on this very spawn, on this very map. It's a 900 Alpha for a 203mm howitzer, capable of doing 52mm of pen, and he's also got 10.4 meters on the burst rate. It's between 12.5 and 28 seconds of stun. Okay, he's looking towards the rock on the other side of the battlefield at the moment. I nearly always send my first shell straight to the spotting bush. You wouldn't believe the number of times I've wiped out an enemy light tank that was sitting in that bush thinking he was all snug and safe, and he turned out then to get completely wiped out with just one round. Admittedly, this is a tier 10 game with tier 9 tanks in it, so he is bottomed here, and if there was a spotting tank in that bush, it wouldn't be a Type 64, it would more than likely be something a little meatier. In this case, our team's got an AMX 1390 and the enemy team has got, let's have a look at the light tanks. Well, they don't really have any. Oh no, they have got a 1390, but he's already dead. He's already out the game. So the enemy team really doesn't have any light tanks left to go in that bush. In fact, the enemy light tank tried to make his way across the field and got swatted for his trouble. You can see there's a little mark near the T124 where he was. Okay. TarheelRambler trying to decide which one he wants first. Remember, this Arty does have very narrow arc, so it does style in fairly quickly. Lined up on the Wizzy. Wait for him to stop. Oh, we've lost sight of him. So he's going to go for the IS-7 instead. In fact, we're getting a request for the IS-7, but instead he goes for the Toro. Direct hit, first shot, and he damages the Wizzy 111 Model 5A at the same time. Okay, the enemies managed to make it across past the windmill, so they're actually putting us on the back foot. But you'd be surprised how quickly Arty can force the enemy to go back and eventually end up going down the other end of the hill if they keep getting hit repeatedly by Arty. Standard reload 37.39, TarheelRambler's got 31.39. Rounds out, another direct hit, 257 for the IS-7. Just check that he is using the yes, he is using the 203mm. Just check the alpha. Okay, we're still getting a request for the IS-7. It's the standard B who wants him done, I think. Or is it? Well, we're going for him again, and he must be really upset with us now because he's a one-shot for any of our teammates who wants to take the kill. They could use an HE round. In fact, it turns out to be the M53 M55 that gets the kill. Okay, we're now selecting the Toro. I've noticed that he's not actually using the T key to actually note what his target is, to tell his teammates which tank to fire at. It really does help a great deal if you mark the target. And now they're both going for the Wizzy 111 Model 5A. There are some other enemy tanks though up on the hill. A T95 just to their left. Just a little bit back. There you go. There's the T95 FE4201, the Chieftain, and the 50 TP. So that's one of the Artys that's just fired in. We're about to do the same. Round south. Direct hit. Oh, look at that one. He's actually butting out as quickly as he can, because he can't stick around with very no hit points. Up on the hill, the Model 5A is still the only one up there. And he's very low on hit points as well. I'll stick with the T95. That's the one to go for. Get rid of that guy, and then they've got just the one on 5A. He's about to shoot. Could be a kill. If it, well, not like to be a kill, no. It certainly could get him some hit points. You can see the enemy Arty is actually focusing on the ground just ahead of us, where all the bushes have been knocked down, the trees and everything. The enemy can't see our guys, but they certainly can see their own, and their own are getting completely wiped out. The Model 5A is now one shot, so we can get a kill on that guy. TarheelRambler aims for the T95, gets another direct hit, 309. He's racking up the damage. That was the M53, M55 firing in. We're almost ready. I don't think we can get a kill this time, but somebody else did. In fact, it turned out to be the E4. Of course, he's got a 155mm main gun, firing shells much higher shell velocity than we can. Now, how did this guy get in there? The CS63 appeared out of nowhere, and I think he must have snuck up onto the hill and went around the back using the trees for cover. Suddenly appeared, but now our guys are starting to move up onto the hill, and that guy's now vulnerable. We're loading. Rounds out. Direct hit again. 364. Now he got rid of the stun straight away with that last shot. I don't think he'll be able to do that again. In fact, he's decided it's just too risky. He knows that he can't use his first aid kit again. Doesn't want to get stuck up on the hill. Yep, the Wizzy 111 is going down the hill on the other side. There he is. So we've marked the target. In fact, actually, it wasn't us. It was the Standard B that marked the target for us. And the Model 5A has gone down. The M55, M53, M55 got him. And now it's just this CS63, who we thought was actually going back down the other side, but in fact he was just repositioning. Rounds out. Yep, landed alongside him. Oh, he's definitely departing now. There's no way he wants to stick around, but he left it too late, and the M5Y got him. Well, that's changed it all around. As I said, concentrated arty fire can stop an assault by the enemy tanks on Malinovka if they get past the windmill. Once our guys have fallen back, the arty just keeps smashing them in the face, and that kind of puts them off their game, and it strips them of their hit points, and eventually our guys will get the shots, which actually do count. So there's a 4-tank difference. We're 4 tanks up on the enemy, and TarheelRambler's decided he's going to get closer to the enemy by moving slightly up the hill. Now, we're looking down by the inlets at the moment. We've got the communications expert working. That's 2.5% extra on crew skills. And we can see the trees have been knocked down there in a pattern that suggests that there might be somebody right at the base of, or in between the bases of those two trees. Just look for the tracer. If it's coming out from there, he's given himself away by parking next to trees that have been fallen in a pattern. Doesn't appear to be any tracer coming from that direction. Unfortunately, just like in the previous battle, our guys are showing reluctance to actually storm the forest. Now, two of the enemy tanks are Arty. They've got a batch out 155-55 and an M53 M55. Okay, we're loaded again, but just no sight of the enemy. And, well, the others are pointing out that that's where they need to go. And we're on the spot. We're looking at the spot that they pointed out. Arty just went down, just slightly north of the rescue. You look for any cues like that which tell you that there's somebody there and precisely where they are, because they just knocked something out, knocked something down. Arty would tend to be in this corner. The Striv's just been spotted, so we'll go for him straight away. TarheelRambler changes the aim. Just takes a little while for it to dial in. There you go, on that spot, round south. That was fairly accurate, that one. Looks like that might have splashed the Striv. There's the other Striv, the Striv 103B, the more dangerous version. Although he's getting absolutely hammered, he was the one who knocked the trees down. In fact, they've suddenly found the nest of Vipers because, yes, there's the Arty. We're going for the M53, but we're not loaded yet. Oh, we've changed our mind, go for the batch out. Round south. This could be a kill shot. And he did. Lovely. And the game's over just like that. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the first class tanker for TarheelRambler of TNATN in the 212A. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 10. And he got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. The only kill he actually got was a batch out 155-55. And I said he'd more than likely get that one bang on target. And he did. 2,854, which is Unicum standard in the 212A. Let's have a look at team score. Didn't get the highest damage in the game. The Striv 103B on the enemy team picked up a high caliber and 6,050 hit points of damage. That may be why our team was reluctant to actually go down the hill and go into the forest, because that Striv was very close to the edge of the forest and was getting lots and lots of shots on our guys. Second highest damage went to the Leopard 1 on our team with 4,043. And the third highest damage, well, that actually went to our E4, who got 3,415 hit points of damage. We can see that TarheelRambler picked up 2,789 hit points of damage, and he was beaten by only 2 members of the enemy team and 2 members of his own team, placing him in 5th place. When it came to kills, we can see the Leopard 1 managed 4, 3 kills went to the Object 140 on our team, and 2 kills went to the E4, the Standard B, and the M53, M55, and only the M53, M55 on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill. And in fact, we can see that only 5 players on the enemy team managed to get kills at all in that game. We can see that TarheelRambler just got the 1 kill, but he's happy with getting a Confederate, I should think. The M5Y got a steel wall, the Type 68 got a Confederate, and the MX 1390 got a scout medal. So he obviously must have spotted 9 enemy vehicles before he was expired. So let's have a look at base XP. Well, Standard B got 1,236 and was the only player to get over 1,000 base. But look at TarheelRambler, he's in 2nd place on this one with 962, followed by the M53, M55 getting 912. So he managed to get the 5th place when it came to damage. He was 4th place on kills in the number of kills, but he's 2nd when it comes to base XP. He fired 16 rounds, got 7 direct hits on the enemy and 1 penetrating shot. That had to be the batch out 155-55. 15 splashes, 2,789 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 7 of the enemy, kill 1, so there's the Confederate. And he got 971 hit points of stun assist off 14 stuns. I reckon if he got just a tiny wee bit more stun assist, he would have got the ace tanker. On a premium count, he actually made 90,692 credits. And he also picked up 7,215 experience points. And yes, he's getting better and better every day. And he did do the right thing. He was actually making sure that his tube was hot, and he kept pumping those rounds out at the enemy, and effectively giving them no chance to push forward and meet our guys face to face, because of course every time they tried to make a move forward, they were getting smacked in the face by the high caliber Arty round. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.